Hello, good, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, everyone. It's an amazing Saturday. Again, 8 p.m. West African time. You know what show it is? It is the OKEx talk show brought to you by OKEx Africa. It's an interesting program where we discuss everything, enlighten you about blockchain, about cryptocurrency, and how we come up with different topics to enlighten you about what is happening in the ecosystem. I'm your anchor for today, Liu Chama here. So today we're going to be talking about amazing. Every week we come up with different amazing topics. So today we have another amazing topic: blockchain in education, roles, merits, and demerits. So you're going to be looking at blockchain application in the educational sector. So we'll be talking about cryptocurrency, blockchain cut across different sectors. Many people think it's only cryptocurrency, but it's applicable in different sectors, agricultural sector, and all the rest of them. So today we'll be looking at blockchain in the education system. So I have my guest. Before I introduce my guest, my host, as usual, Mr. Paul Ezafukwe, our business development team lead, OKEx Africa. I know he's not with us, so just a shout out to him. And also, let me introduce our guest. Our guest is another person. He's a founder. He's the founder of Borderless or Borderless Blockchain Alliance in the person of Lamar Keja. Lamar, Lamar, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here.
It's our pleasure. How are you doing today?
Thank you. I'm just fine. How are you? How are things over there?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Things are very okay over here. It's very amazing. We're looking forward to the discussion, and thank you once again for joining us on the show. I know you're going to do justice to this particular topic.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
Okay, so do well for our audience. Check out OKEx Africa, their handle, OKEx Africa. They are available. Check them out on Twitter and on Telegram at OKEx Africa. And also, you can check out CNETv at CNETv1 across all the social media. Check us on Twitter, also on Instagram. So, right about now, we take a very quick break. When we return, we dive in to the discussion proper. We'll be right back.
Kaka. I'm the founder of In Crypto. I'm a cryptocurrency trader, blockchain consultant, and I'm one of the OKEx partners in Nigeria. I've been using OKEx since 2018. My experience of using OKEx has been fantastic. The platform is safe and secure for traders. The user interface is really clean. There were so many challenges that I was having with other exchanges that are not found in OKEx. OKEx is one of those platforms where you can trade with peace of mind. Take, for example, the trading volume. OKEx trading volume is really legit. Their listing criteria must be really good because you won't find those shit coins, that are just out there to scam you. I would recommend OKEx to other people because of the security of the exchange. OKEx is one of those exchanges that has never been hacked.
Yeah, welcome back to the show. We just took a very quick break there. And also, you know how we do it on this show. If you have for our audience, if you have questions, are there things confusing you, are there things you want to know more about this topic or any other thing around blockchain, do well to drop them on the comment section, on the chat box, anywhere. When the time we know how we do it, when we get to that stage, we'll start picking questions. Right about now, let me just hear from our guests. Everybody, we are talking about blockchain application in the education system, also other sectors. The most important thing now, let's start with acquiring blockchain knowledge. That's very important when you're talking about applying uh, in different sectors. It's about the knowledge, and we know that there's gap in skills and also the knowledge about blockchain. So let's start. What are the good ways, some of the ways to acquire blockchain knowledge?
I would start with saying that uh, there is a lot of confusion when it comes to blockchain. A lot of people think that it's very complex and it's very hard to learn. But the amazing thing with blockchain is that no matter who you are, no matter what background you have, or what business you're in, you can take that and implement it in blockchain, because blockchain will take over the whole space as we know it, either enhance everything or replace what we know today. So the easiest way to acquire knowledge today is by going out on the web, reading news, participate in different crypto communities, even if that won't give you that much in-depth knowledge about blockchain, but it's a very good entry point, because it at least gives you something to want, something to look for. And from there you can just go on and take different courses online. There is amazing courses online that you can use. So it's, if you ask me, it's not more than that requires from today.
Yeah, interesting. So let's look at it. Blockchain is a very interesting ecosystem. Okay. How do you think it can be applied? We're talking about its application, blockchain and education, its application. So how do you think it can be applied in the education sector?
From the different researchers that have been done right now, it's most of the talks is about student identity, to keep record of student identities and their grades. There is they are mentioning about how smart contracts can help and make it easier for people. But if you ask me, I think the problem here is the educational system, because it doesn't give you the same kind of freedom that uh, taking some course on the web will give you, especially when it comes to blockchain. Because if you're gonna go to a school, first off, it's not free. In most countries, you have to pay for your education, and that itself makes it a very exclusive thing to do. Everyone can participate in education, and then it's about what should they learn in school. With the blockchain, uh, you can go study 6 months, 1 week, depending on what you want to do. Most of it 1 year. Then you can directly land yourself an amazing job with very good salary and get more freedom in life. So that's my take on it, how you should do it. But if we're gonna just talk about the educational system, then we have a lot of problems that needs to be solved there before we can even start talking about how we should integrate blockchain in that system. Because blockchain is something that's transparent and it's open for everyone. The educational system is not. So first things first, education should be free. And you can surely use smart contracts to make it easier to skip some middlemen when it comes to how the educational system works right now. Like with paying fees, you have so many different steps before you can start learning there, start going to school. So I think blockchain, the technology can surely help some in the education system, but not that much. We need to rethink what the educational system is for. And from what I know, the educational system is outdated today. Like it doesn't work with where we are as a society right now, especially not with all the young people all over the world. We need to give them something else. It has to be tempting enough for them to start educating themselves. And unfortunately, the outdated education system have failed at that. So we can talk a lot about how what the education system should do, but if we get down to the basics, then we need to rethink how what is education. Why should young people go to school and educate themselves? What is it for them? First things first is that you have to make it free for everyone. The educational system, no matter in what country, has to be free. So at least you have something, some sort of incentive mechanism for young people to join you. Because like I mentioned earlier, if I'm talking with the youths today and I give them the opportunity that, hey, you can take some courses with, say, some of the Borderless Blockchain Alliance partners, and that will give you like that shortens the time frame of your education and how fast you can come out in the blockchain space. So why should someone go study, pay so much money, take on so much debt, and go study for 7 years and then have a hard time getting a good job? So it's very hard today to convince youths to educate themselves in matters that doesn't align with what they are and who they are and what they want for the future. So we should put the focus on making it easier for people to take part of the education system, and that's a big issue we face right now.
Interesting. Okay, let's look at, I guess we should be able to look at some of the challenges facing the education system. One of them is a lot of discussion, a lot of people have been talking about this certificate forgery when it comes to our education system. Being able to authenticate certificates, people forge certificate they are not, they have not acquired. So what do you think, apart from certificate forgery, what are other challenges facing our educational sector, and how can blockchain come in?
Yeah, what you mentioned, that's the most basic thing where when people started to do their research, is that it is a big problem right now, because you can forge so much things. It's so easy to do it with today's technology. And what blockchain can do there is basically, like we mentioned earlier, just keep record of stuff. It's not more than that. It's just a ledger. So the issues that the educational system is facing right now, it's way beyond blockchain. They are too late to this game, if you ask me. So first thing, like I mentioned earlier, is that we have to make it easier for people to onboard the educational system, so they can we can have this discussion with them, and they can choose what's the issues. They can start talking about the different topics there, to start actually making a change. Because if we're gonna sit and wait for old people to do it, that doesn't work. We have already tried that so many times and we don't see any progress. So if you ask me, the first thing that we need to do, the biggest issue, is to make it free for everyone. That's step number one. And even there, we are not 100% sure that young people will join the educational system. Sure, in countries where the only thing they have to do is to start educating themselves, there it will be more tempting for them, because they see that as a way to create their own future, to get a job, to be able to pay for themselves. But how things are moving right now, how fast everything is happening, then I think the educational system will lose that battle. And academies, online academies, like we have the Global Blockchain Initiative, we have Morales Academy from Sweden, that are doing an amazing job filling that gap today, because you can't go to school and learn about blockchain. That's the biggest issue right now. How can the educational system be so slow on something that's happening right now, that are changing lives for so many people? The technology will help the planet move faster. So they've lost the battle there. They should put their focus on trying to align themselves with what blockchain actually is, and that would help them stay in the game a bit longer. Because right now, the academies I mentioned to you, uh, people with different backgrounds, no matter who you are, you can go. Some of the academies you need to pay a small fee for, others are free. So if you go there, if you join there and you start taking courses on either development or business master classes about blockchain, that takes you 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and then you are in the blockchain space and you make 7, 8, 10, 12, $15,000 a month. So you see, it's impossible to compete with that. That's why we see the e-learning business grow so fast every day, just growing and growing and growing. And the old, outdated educational system will never keep up with that. It's not possible.
Okay, let's look at it. Blockchain and education. So when you're talking about blockchain in education, so there is a challenge in implementing it. Blockchain is a new technology. Not everyone knows about it, and most especially these institutions that we are talking about, industry players in those and the educational sector, they don't really have much knowledge about blockchain technology, and we know that that's going to be a very big challenge in trying to implement blockchain there, because when you're talking about certificate forgery, is people, they are going to be the ones that are going to put those certificate, everything, even the system, the educational system, they need to be educated. So don't you see it as a challenge, and what are the ways out?
Yeah, it's a lot of challenges right now, and that goes back to who are in control. It's a lot of old people that sits in these different institutions and try to uh, take part in the future, and that's not possible if you don't include the youths, the future of this planet. Then it's impossible for you to have any progress being made there. So if you can bring in like if you can bring in and ask young people, because if we're going to break it down to numbers, in Africa, in Asia, in Latin America, majority of the population is below the age of 30, and what they have in common is that they're all used to technology, and most of them are pro crypto and blockchain. So if you want to make any progress, then you have to go and ask the youths. You can't sit there and talk about, we want to change, we want to participate in this, and then you go ask yourselves and the people that you know. You have to ask the future of this planet. That's the only way. You have to include them. We can't just see youths as labor. We can't just see them as manpower to work for us. We need to understand that they are the future. We need to put all our focus and energy and investments in them. So instead of having advisors that will advise you on a topic like blockchain, the advisor normally doesn't have that kind of knowledge. So you have to ask someone young, a young person, no matter who they are, where they live, if it's in Sweden, if it's in Nigeria. If you ask them, I can guarantee you that that person has way more knowledge than the advisor sitting for this different educational system for governments. So why not ask them? That's the first thing we have to uh, talk about, because we do it. Who are we doing that for? That should be the first question. Who are we trying to help? Why are we trying to do it? So if it's about the youth, then we need to include them in everything we do. We need to value them, not just think that, okay, they lack experience. Sure, life experience maybe, but tech is moving so fast. So the youths have acquired so much knowledge, and that's the only people we can ask. We can't ask anyone else. And if you see today, a majority of the blockchain people, the people that are into blockchain, they don't work for another company. They have their own companies. because they have the knowledge to sit and wait for other people. They know what to do because they live this. They are in it 24/7. All their friends are talking about crypto and blockchain. All their news they read is about blockchain. Even today on social media, most of the talks are about blockchain, NFT, metaverse, DAO. So you see, it's a big interest from the youths, and that's why I think that the current systems are outdated, and if they don't include the youths as fast as possible, then it's nothing left to be done. Because if you don't include the youths, why should the youths want to help you if the youths are the only one that sits on that knowledge?
Yeah, interesting. I know people say the youth are the future leaders. I will know the future is now, so you need to be included. So for everyone listening, so please drop your questions. If you are confused in any area, just drop them. Very soon we'll be picking questions from you guys, your beautiful questions. So I'm going to be asking, we'll go for a short break, but when we return from the break, I'm going to be asking our guests, we're going to be looking at the benefits of applying blockchain in the education sector. Some of those benefits will be highlighting them more. I know we might have mentioned some of them at the course of the discussion. Maybe we'll highlight them more. So we'll be expecting that. But right about now, we'll go for a very quick break. When we return, we'll continue with the discussion.
CNETv, the first and leading 24/7 live broadcasting blockchain, cryptocurrency, and fintech TV application. On our mobile app, you have access to our latest news updates ranging from esports, fintech, iGaming, blockchain, cryptocurrency, and artificial intelligence. We bring to you interviews, analyses, cryptocurrencies, market reviews, and live events. Download our app today from your iOS or Google Play Store or on our website at cnetv.io. CNETv, objective.
Yeah, welcome back to the show. It's still OKEx Talks, brought to you by OKEx Africa. So we are talking about interesting topic here, blockchain in education, role, merit, and demerit. So we've been able to be having a wonderful conversation with Lamar, who is our guest. So let's look at some of the advantages of applying blockchain in the education sector. How will it benefit both the education system and even the student himself?
Yeah, it, uh, the thing is that blockchain is it's so broad. It's so much things you can do with it. The technology itself is very basic. It's not that complicated. It can change the way we operate in school. Like just take on how we do exams, how we verify the students in the class. We can even use, if we're gonna just talk about the technical aspects, is that instead of having this much middlemen and so much work for the teachers, like taking Sweden, uh, just the teaching in class. For a teacher, that's only 40% of their job. 60% is paperwork. That can be solved using blockchain tech very easily. Like you can have smart contracts that where you can issue out different tasks, and when those tasks is done, then you can start taking the course, or you can the teacher can receive payment. So it can it can make it more efficient. A lot of stuff in school today, it can make it more efficient by removing all the middlemen that exist right now, with all the different paperwork that exist. So it can solve basic stuff like that, but more than that, it can't do for a damaged educational system, because the system itself have problems. Blockchain can do amazing things, but it can't help everything or everyone, especially if they are not ready for a change.
Yeah, there is this, Metaverse has really been a kind of thing that is trending now. Everybody's talking about Metaverse, living in another world. What do you think about Metaverse in this, talking about the education system? Do you see now someone will be able to go to school anywhere in the world through Metaverse, and you are as if you are present. If it is a school in the UK, someone in Nigeria could be able to attend school in the Metaverse ecosystem and still feel as if he is present in UK. How do you see it playing a role as well?
Yeah, the metaverse itself, it's a very big topic. It's very interesting, especially for the younger audience. It's because they are more accepting that. And the thing is that in a metaverse, you can create whatever you want. You can have your big universities, big high schools, and people can participate. You don't have that sort of high entry point for people to join you. Like, say someone in Nigeria wants to create their own school in a metaverse, it's 100% possible. And now it doesn't matter who you are. If you live in Japan, if you live in Afghanistan, Tajikistan, India, you can all go in the same school. You can meet there, you can go to different classes there. So it's very much you can do today. And I think that's the future for the youth, because it makes it easier to connect. You know, you don't need to have borders. You know, you don't need to think about, okay, if I'm gonna go and apply to a school in UK, it's such a process to do that. And even if I get in there, I need money to live there. In a metaverse, the only thing you need is your connection, internet connection, and luckily most of the people today have that. So it makes it much easier for people to participate in the future using any sort of metaverses. The things we see today, it's not pure metaverses. But it's a good start. It's a very good start. But what you mentioned, that would be amazing. That people in the near future can. The different organizations that are offering different education in e-learning, they can create a metaverse for everyone. So it's not about who you are anymore. It's just that, do you have an internet connection? Okay, welcome on board. So it's not more than that. And that's amazing. That's how we accelerate the whole planet to move much faster in all aspects. So that's amazing.
Indeed, is interesting and it's amazing. It's still unfolding, like you just said. A lot of things are coming up in the metaverse. I know as time goes on, it's going to be broad and people are going to understand it more. Everything is just confusing, and it's not our fault that it's confusing, but everybody is trying to understand the ecosystem. So let's say you are so knowledgeable about the ecosystem. You are the founder, Borderless Blockchain Alliance. How are you making contributions in the blockchain space?
Thank you for that question. I see all the things that people are missing right now. Like governments are missing, entities are missing, because it's so basic. They don't focus on the youths, and that's where I see that, okay, we have this much youths. And what can we do with that? We can give them education, and that we do through our different partners, the different academies. One of them is the blockchain school. The other one is the global blockchain initiative. So they offer, especially global blockchain initiative, it's a non-profit organization, and they do an amazing job with helping people to get into blockchain. So we try to redirect people there, and to the different academies like Morales Academy, that's huge. So we try to, no matter who they are, people that gets in contact with us, we try to send them there so they can get free education. So no matter where they live, who they are, as long as they have an internet connection, they can participate in this. And what BBA is doing there is that when they are done with this, BBA has a broad network and gives them different job roles that they can take. Maybe they want to be creators, maybe they are technical writers. No matter what they are, we try to land them jobs. So we try to build the new ecosystem that will be. So we try to target everything that's missing right now, and that's everything besides the hype of crypto. So like, it's a big hype. This crypto thing is a big hype. Everyone is talking about that, but no one will benefit from crypto in that sense, not the people that actually needs it. And there it's only education, and I would never ever redirect anyone to go to the outdated educational system to participate in the future. I would redirect them to our different partners that are doing an amazing job in this space. And me myself, I try to only create projects that I know will involve more people, not make more money. Involve more people, because the value, all money's value comes from people. So that's my target. That's what I'm trying to do, and I hope that what I contribute right now will help us grow in the future and give the power to the youths.
Yeah, I will believe so that it will help us grow and give the power to the youth. The youth, I believe, is the backbone of every nation. So let's look at this. When we talk about blockchain, we kind of paint it as if it's a saint or it's a total solution. I'm also happy at the course of this conversation, you're also making it clear that blockchain is not the total solution to most especially the topic we are talking about, the education sector. So just let's look at it this way. We are talking about blockchain in education. So are there no risk or challenges associated with blockchain integration in the education system? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Right now, the only risk I see is old people afraid of letting the youths take place and shape the future. That's the only risk I see with blockchain in education, because everything is about education. What sort of education, that can be discussed, but the most important thing should be for youths to have the necessary tools to shape their own future. So the only risk, to be honest, is that old people don't want to let go of control and power. That's the only risk. Otherwise, if you're gonna talk about technical aspects, there is none.
Oh, that's just the risk. The old people don't want the young ones to take over.
Yes.
All right, that's interesting. So for our audience, please, if you have questions, we almost get into that segment where we pick questions from you guys. You guys are doing amazingly when you're joining us in this conversation, and I believe you are learning a lot from this discussion. So if you have questions, I just have one more question that I will ask to Lamar, then I'll take questions from you guys. So if you have questions, do well to drop them. After this question, I'll be taking questions from you guys. You guys are wonderful. So let's look at it this way. How do you see the future of blockchain technology, not only in the education sector, generally?
What we are trying to do, I think the whole blockchain space, what they are trying to do is to use blockchain to replace everything, either to replace it fully or enhance what can't be replaced. So in my vision, it's that everything in the near future should be using blockchain technology. Everyone should be connected. Blockchain is transparent. It's not anonymous and private as people think, but that's the beauty with it, because that will help everyone, and even the playground for people, so everyone can start their journey no matter where they are. Even if they don't have that sort of knowledge, they can start from today and they can be part of the future. Like, one of the things what we mentioned earlier was a metaverse. I see that in the near future people will live in the metaverse, in that sense that instead of you going, like, we have a big store here in Sweden, it's called IKEA. Everyone, every weekend, they go with their friends and family, they go there to buy stuff to their houses. And I see that in the near future, you live in the metaverse, you meet your friends there or your family, and you can start integrating real world with the metaverse. Everything that happens in the real world, you can do that in a metaverse. So say that you want to order food. Okay, you can go with your friends, you can hang out there at McDonald's or whatever you used to go, or any restaurants, and you can sit there, hang there, and order your food, and the food will come to you no matter where you are. Then you can sit on different video meetings and share that experience together, because a lot of people don't, even families, they are not together. So blockchain in the near future will disrupt a lot of things. In say 5 to 10 years, I would say everything that we know right now, how we are used to live, that will change totally, because it's the only way forward, because we're gonna let the youth decide, and the youth will make crazy things for us, for this planet, for all the different businesses that are up and running. Everything will change, and I will do everything I can in my power to try to help the youths to reach that point.
That's very nice to hear. Wonderful conversation there. Thank you very much, Lamar. Right about now, we'll be taking some questions from our audience. So we'll go for a short break so that we'll be able to get some of those questions, put them in order, and come up and ask our guest. So right about now, we'll go for a quick break. When we return, we'll continue with the discussion. We'll be right back.
Kaka. I'm the founder of In Crypto. I'm a cryptocurrency trader, blockchain consultant, and I'm one of the OKEx partners in Nigeria. I've been using OKEx since 2018. My experience of using OKEx has been fantastic. The platform is safe and secure for traders. The user interface is really clean. There were so many challenges that I was having with other exchanges that are not found in OKEx. OKEx is one of those platforms where you can trade with peace of mind. Take, for example, the trading volume. OKEx trading volume is really legit. Their listing criteria must be really good, because you won't find those shit coins, that are just out there to scam you. I would recommend OKEx to other people because of the security of the exchange. OKEx is one of those exchanges that has never been hacked.
Yeah, welcome back. It's still your show, everybody's show. We're talking about the OKEx Talk Show brought to you by OKEx Africa. So today we're talking about blockchain in education, role, merits, and demerits. So it has really been an amazing discussion with our amazing guest, Lamar, who has been doing justice to all the questions here. So it's just remaining the questions from you guys. So let's take some questions from the audience. Do you believe blockchain will enhance the educational system in Europe? What's your thoughts about having a pure blockchain school from each trade? That's from Ken John. What do you think about that question?
Regarding if blockchain will enhance the educational systems in Europe, yes, there is a possibility, there is a way, but then we have to be hurried. People in Europe sitting and deciding on that, they have to do whatever they can to drop what they are doing, how they have been doing stuff, to start testing out new ways of doing it, and with the help of blockchain technology. So there is a small chance for them to do it, but I'm not that optimistic about it. And regarding your question, to have a pure blockchain school from a young age, I think that's amazing, because right now, even I have a son, and he's almost 7 years old. If when he asks me something, I tell him Google it, because Google is an amazing tool. You don't need to go waste 7 years in school. You can Google stuff, then you will get all the information from there. So it's the same there. If we start educating people about blockchain from a young age, that will help accelerate the whole space so much, and it will make us reach what we want to reach very fast.
Okay, another question from this question is from Tarin John. He's asking, Lamar, what do you think about El Salvador and its blockchain without having the and its Bitcoin without having the people properly educated?
Yeah, it's a very good question, and it's a very interesting topic. Why El Salvador have done that? It's I think everyone knows why they have done it, but the thing is that most beneficial for the people of El Salvador? And there I would say no, because right now they need to build so much stuff. Who are building that? It's not the population of El Salvador that's doing it. They need to uh, pay other people for that services abroad. They have to go to the States, they have to go to Europe, they have to go to other places that sits on that knowledge to be able to help them to build what they want. So one thing that's very good with it is because you force people to start learning about crypto, and that's good. It's not bad. At least they learn that there is new ways of doing stuff. But you see, they miss out on the blockchain part. So now who are going to build everything that you want to do in the future? So you see, it's very important to put all focus on blockchain, because crypto is a hype, blockchain is the real technology. There's a lot of issues, but amazing what they have done. It requires a lot of courage to do something like that in today's world. So all credit to them, but yeah, we see how that will evolve later on.
Yeah, it's amazing. El Salvador, they did well by, a lot of nations have not really come out open to embrace cryptocurrency, most especially Bitcoin. So them coming out is a good one. It's a good step. And I know people, some other nations will be using them as a research grant to know how things go. That's a very a good one there. So why this one from Waid or Wolabi, why do we see less government adoption of blockchain technology?
That's the most important question for everyone in blockchain today, not just in blockchain, but outside of blockchain. Because if you have something this amazing like blockchain technology, and you have so much people using it and are interested, why don't you let them have it? So the only thing I can see there is the fear. They are afraid of letting the youths take place. It's, you can't explain it in other words, because you have something amazing, you know it's amazing, the youths knows it, and still we are so slow on adopting that. How come? So that's a question I think everyone, all youths, no matter where they live, they should ask those questions every day on social media. If you're in businesses, to your leaders, if you work in some sort of government institutions, ask that question every day, because you will need to have an answer, and you will see the answer you will get. It's not enough, because there is no reason to not help the youths to do this. Like, there is no way. You have to do whatever you can with all the resources you have, all the money you have, to start giving the youths the tools to adopt it much faster. So it's there is no excuse as to why they shouldn't do it.
That's a very good one. Thank you very much. That's how much we can take there. There's no other questions from our audience. So that's how far we can go. Thank you very much, Lamar, for a wonderful time. And you have really done amazingly well explaining and dissecting this particular topic. That's very, very good. Thank you very much. And also, thank you, our audience. But one more thing before I draw the curtain here. I would like to get your closing remark, Lamar.
Yeah, what did you say? I didn't hear you there.
Your closing remark.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank you for having me on board here. Thank you to the audience for the amazing questions. And the last thing I have to say is that this is the only chance we have as youths to shape the future, and we can't miss it. All your time, all your effort should be put in educating yourself. Don't wait for anyone to come and help you. Help yourself. That's the best way we can move forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. In case you have other questions about blockchain or anything, you can reach out to us or to the guest directly, or you can reach out to OKEx. Check out the OKEx social media handles at Twitter and Telegram at OKEx Africa, so that you'll be able to interact with them. Also, CNETv, check us out Instagram and Twitter at CNETv1. You'll be able to connect and get all the necessary updates about what is happening in the blockchain, crypto, and fintech ecosystem around the world. We are here for you. Oh, I would so much appreciate our host who have made this possible. OKEx cryptocurrency exchange. Thank you very much, our guest Lamar. Thank you very much. You are amazing. Thank you, and also our guest, our audience. Thank you very much for joining us. This show, you know how we do it. We are coming your way again with interesting topic, another interesting topic, and another amazing guest. Same time, 8 p.m. West African time. We'll be here with you again. But for now, bye and have a wonderful night for those of us that are in night. Those of other people that still have their day, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much. I will be coming your way again. Bye for now.
Kaka. I'm the founder of In Crypto. I'm a cryptocurrency trader, blockchain consultant, and I'm one of the OKEx partners in Nigeria. I've been using OKEx since 2018. My experience of using OKEx has been fantastic. The platform is safe and secure for traders. The user interface is really clean. There were so many challenges that I was having with other exchanges that are not found in OKEx. OKEx is one of those platforms where you can trade with peace of mind. Take, for example, the trading volume. OKEx trading volume is really legit. Their listing criteria must be really good, because you won't find those shit coins, that are just out there to scam you. I would recommend OKEx to other people because of the security of the exchange. OKEx is one of those exchanges that has never been hacked.